the politicians, the people we have elected into places of authority and power politically in the Niger Delta to represent us must peel their eyes open and know what is going on. The issue of the bill must not be read after the first reading. We must not accept anything that does not work in the interest of the Niger Delta people. And we ourselves as people must not leave everything for the politicians alone to do. We also must be aware that we have a role. We have a role to play. And we must keep our eyes, because there is a lot of distraction going on. We must keep our eyes on what is going on in the courts today as far as the presidential election is concerned and other elections is concerned, because the reports of the observers has made it very clear that our elections fell below, way below par expectation. The will of the people is not what is being read out there. Therefore, it is our responsibility, because the decision that is made in the courts between now and the last day that is allocated for the cases to be finished with is our responsibility, because the result will determine where Nigeria is heading in this country. The result will determine what will become of the Niger Delta. The result will determine what steps we must take. You see, people say to me, "Oh, where is our business? It is too Fulani people. It is too Muslims." And I said to them, "No. We have a stake. We have a stake, because the political power that is being fought over is between two people that are not from any of the southern states. Yes, but that is because it has been zoned. It has been zoned to the north, and in being zoned to the north, it was not zoned to a Christian. That is the reality. And so, if that be the case, unless we don't want to participate in the process, in the real true process of politics, then we will not be interested. But if we are interested, then we must be interested in what the judges are doing and how it will go, because it will affect us. The judgment will affect us. And if it affects us, how do we go? Where do we go? We must not lose sight of the fact that the only thing left is the discussion of restructuring this country. If this country is restructured, then there is hope, because a lot of things that has gone wrong, we will be able to stop it, because the states will have the federal rights, the federalism rights rather, to do what they should do for their states. And that is that at that point is when we will be able to exercise our 100% right to demand accountability from our governors all the way down to the chairman. Until this restructuring is done, the hope is very slim, because it means that everything will continue exactly as it is. If we're not able to get to pin down whoever when the judgment is concluded to join us in restructuring this country the way that this country should be under the claim that Nigeria is a federation, then the next question we must ask ourselves is, are we going to survive in a Nigeria that is not restructured? And what are the guarantee that we will survive? Because nobody can guarantee our survival. It is us that will guarantee our survival. So what are we going to do to survive? These are questions that we must ask ourselves. And only the states. Bayelsa cannot answer for Akwa Ibom. Akwa Ibom cannot answer for Rivers State. And because Niger Delta has ethnic nationalities that are anybody that says to you that you shouldn't worry about your ethnic nationality, that person hates you. That person does not like you. Nobody can tell you that you should not emphasize your ethnic nationality. Yes, you are a Nigerian, but you are first of all an Ikwere man before you can become a Nigerian, because Ikwere people are in Nigeria. If they are not in Nigeria, they cannot be Nigerians, but they will be Ikwere people wherever they are. They will be who they are wherever they are. So if you're not an Ogoni man, then if you are not an Ogoni man, then you are an Ikwere man. If you're not an Ikwere man, you are an Ijaw man. You cannot just be a Nigerian without being one person that is a Nigerian. You must be able to identify yourself to your community. And you don't have a situation, you should not accept a situation where anybody is telling you that your ethnicity does not matter. Then they're telling you that your local government does not matter, your community does not matter. That's what they're telling you. Because if your community matters and your local government matters and your state matters, and you're not like Bayelsa that is mainly all Ijaws, then you or like Yoruba people or Igbo people, then you must be able to identify yourself. Therefore, it is very important that we ask ourselves the question: the federal government of Nigeria, is the federal government of Nigeria prepared to accept a restructured Nigeria as the basis of us living together as a country? If we're not prepared to restructure Nigeria, then the next thing we must ask ourselves as ethnic nationalities is, what do we want? And that's where the referendum comes in. You cannot throw restructuring in the dustbin and don't expect that referendum will come and hit you in the face. Because what is going on in Nigeria today is no longer acceptable. So on that issue of Rugaring, on that issue of the judgment that we're all waiting for, and we all are waiting for that judgment, because it will determine the next step any politician self will take and any ethnic group will take. Then the issue of restructuring and the issue of a referendum. What do we want to do with ourselves? Who are we? Where are we going? So based on that, the lines will be open. 081 885 88155, 0809 289 5620. The lines are open. Okay. Now, so the issue therefore, is that we cannot be fooled that the issue of Rugarin is the issue of Rugarin is suspended. We cannot. Hello. Okay. The issue of Rugarin is suspended. We cannot all go to wear our pajamas and go to say, are we online? Hello. Hello, good morning. Yeah, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, madam, I'm happy this morning. I tried your line in this program many times. I could not get you, but I thank God. God bless you for this program. Hello?
Hello, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, madam, you see, a lot is going on in Nigeria that is unacceptable. My name is and I'm calling you from Dakar.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yes, madam, look, the patriotic Nigerians now, fortunately, might be listening to you in this program. But I wonder up till now, we have not finished the job. You see, for Niger Delta particularly, there is no sanitation, there is no development, there is no security. So, you see, for me, as a person, my contribution is that you are very correct. We need restructuring. And now, the representatives from all the constituents under this political divide between the Niger Delta territory must be picked so that they teach this European system of governance to the presidency of Nigeria. If not, we cannot survive. And now, the pollution rate in the country as a whole, particularly the Niger Delta, is very, very unacceptable. I know I think they are very good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And for my own next contribution is that I would like you to read the West African history written by J.D. Fabre. I don't know if you have read that book. It will help you in this restructuring opinion, because we really need to do something if we must survive. Now, all what we are trying to say, patriotic Nigerians, let us try to finish the job, because without the European system of governance, there is no way, because the world is moving ahead fast. So we have to join what science wants and not what individuals and their materialism takes in life.
Okay.
For me, I would like you to call me on this number.
All right.
081 48. Hello, are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Take it again. 081.
Listen. I will copy it. I will take it from the phone for security reasons. Don't read your number out online.
Okay, madam. God bless you. But as I'm speaking to you, madam.
Yes.
If you read, yes, when you go through that West African history, that's the history of West Africa by J.D. Fabre, you will understand what the Africans are passing through. It's really unacceptable.
Okay.
This is, even you break said that the local economy of the country is there.
Okay, please let us take another call. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, madam. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Hello. Hello. All right. Well, other people. I mean, this is information, because when you get historical facts, when you're able to get historical facts, you become informed and you're able to make the right decision. People don't read. Our people don't read. I've seen our young men gather. Go ahead. I've seen our young men gather under where they are selling newspapers, and what they are reading is football pool and football result of Chelsea and Arsenal. It's nonsense. That's not going to give you your right. No, go on. That's not going to give you your rights. You know, our people should read. You look at people who are selling yam, you look at people who are selling cattle and all those things. They have radio stuck to their ears. And so they know what is going. And that's why the government has spent our money to give them a radio station. And that's where the information of whatever they will do or not do is going to be passed down. And people will not listen to radio. People will not watch current affairs issues on TV stations. I don't want to advertise the system. On TV station, people will not read newspapers. They will just listen to who scored what goal. I mean, those are not the things that the people who do that live in developed countries. Not in this place where we're being oppressed and marginalized and killed, and then you're interested in what in Arsenal beating Chelsea. What's that got to do with the price of garri in Nigeria, or the minimum wage in Nigeria? You know, so we need to have information. We must look for information. Our people don't read, and then when they are tuning radio and they maybe hear something and they hear a little bit of something. They don't know what went before that, what's going to come after that. Oh, Ankyo said this. Why is she talking like that? Go and join this group. Well, I'm not joining any group. I have my own. I have the one that I'm interested in. Let us work together. It doesn't matter what groups you are. It doesn't matter what language you speak. The reality is that when the disaster comes, it will not stop you to ask you, are you Ikwere, are you Ogoni, are you this? It will do what it wants to do. You know, when, where all this insecurity and armed attacks and things, do any of those people ask anybody, wait, come, me, I'm from this place, where are you from? And the person say, oh, I'm from the same place. Then he say, okay, they go, you're my brother. No, they don't do that. You know, so we need to have information. So the again, the number is 081 885 88155 0809 289 5620. So it is very key that we, the electorate, do not abandon our responsibility, because it is our responsibility that we will use to activate the responsibility of the politicians. Hello? It is our responsibility that we will use to activate. Hello? Hello, yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Emmanuel from D-Line.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much for this exposition on the state called Nigeria that is fraudulently imposed on 2002. That's the way our resources. Let's do the particular tribe, and it is working out now in this various form. It is laid there. The people who are using of the street, I'm hiding it again. Please, I urge pundits, I urge President people, I urge the major Dutch forum, and all people that want to stand for justice and for this country to rise up against this realization of Nigeria. Please, madam, please continue with this. By the grace of God, our people will come to understand what is meant and what is looming. And this is fulanization of Nigeria. This, and the people, how can you tell me that the water in my backyard, the water in my village, just there when my forefathers fished and trained some of us. It's not all, but someone not. This issue of this presidency is that's perfect domination, dictatorship. Let us have something members. Let all the state assemblies, let government areas, let them rise up and say no to this.
Thank you.
Otherwise, our children will suffer it.
Thank you. Again, thank you. Again, what he has just raised has brought something to my mind. The role of Christianity, because Christianity is under attack, and Christians are pretending that Christianity is not under attack. Christianity is under attack, and I'm a Christian, and I cannot pretend that I am not under attack. And so, apart from prayers, which we must engage in, and we do engage in, how did we find ourselves in a situation where were the Christians in the government of Babangida at the time, when we were taken unknowingly? Hello? We were taken into the Association of Islamic Nations. Nigeria is not an Islamic country. We have Christians and we have Muslims. And so if you're going to take Muslims into the Organization of Islamic Nations, it's okay. You take the states in there that are Islamic states. But you cannot take a whole country into that organization, and we are funding, our money is funding it, and it is working against Christianity. I don't understand. Hello? So this, I don't know, I think we're having some technical issues. Maybe it's because of the rain. Anyways, these are our realities.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Barry. I'm a president of the Youth Okonin Federation.
Okay, welcome.
When I work at them, I'm happy to see somebody like you telling our people the truth about it. For example, when our people are not marginalized, and I will go through why I will say our people are not marginalized, Niger Delta in general. Are you hearing me?
Yes, so go ahead. We have only a few minutes, but go ahead.
What I'm trying to say is that you give 13%, they give you 13%. Inside that 13%, I'm a speaker of the River State Assembly. I have 300 workers, and 295 are being employed by the outsider who you think are marginalizing you. Who marginalize you now? When somebody share money and give you 10,000 naira out of 100,000, inside the 10,000 naira, you use 9,000 to balance them again, say that the money has no value. That is my point of view, sir.
Yeah.
I don't understand what I'm saying, man.
I'm trying to, yes.
Yeah, because if you go to government and the people who are there, they decide they are not from here.
Yes. When you say the people there, I'm sure you're referring to the security operate.
Yes, both civilian driver and whatsoever for.
Okay, well, I'm not very much aware of the driver thing. I will ask. I will ask about the driver thing and about the cooks.
The reason why I call you is that you remember you are our hero for now, and I know that you believe on the fact.
I hope I will remain.
This is after they move from house to house, those that have money.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I agree with you because, but when it comes to issues of security personnel, and those things too are issues of contention. Now that's why we're calling for things like state police, because
let me clear, and I will sorry to quote you. As for us is, you are with decide who will work with you, not the company will decide who will work with you.
Yes.
Are you understand, man?
Yes. Yeah. No, but when it comes to the police and the army, you don't decide. That except like when you're talking about cook. If you're talking about cook and driver and things like that, well, because me now, let me tell you something.
I think your number with this, I will send you a pack of this.
No, this is not my number, but I will check your number, or because your number is showing. I will check your number. But I agree with you in what you're saying. Basically, charity begins at home. That we should employ our people, and I have nothing against it too, as long as our people qualify. What you're saying is that we should give our people the opportunity first, because other people give their people the opportunity. Yes, but I tell you though, I have all the people working with me for now are Niger Delta people. My drivers, my people that work with me in my house, my people around me, in my office, everywhere, they're all Niger Delta people. So maybe.
Mommy, do you know why I'm heading to there then? Why people say ESCC always war on people? Do you know what is causing this?
No.
It's a matter of thing, because you use me now to follow you.
Yeah.
I only eat with you, but I don't love you. So probably your secret very easy to air out.
Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Our time, we've really run out of time. You're making a lot of sense. People in the studio here with me, people your age group, they're all laughing and not making noise, but they are smiling and nodding their head. But I totally agree with you that we should employ our own people. It's a form of security, sir. It's a form of security.
It's not only security, the issue of work, because you are telling somebody that they are cheating you, but
yeah.
You are already the one that they are cheating you. Somebody that you 10 naira, you even.
Yeah, so yeah, I agree. Our time, everybody is laughing. Our time has run out. It's 11 o'clock. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Well, there you go. This is Ann Briggs, and thank you for tuning in to Saving the Niger Delta with Ann Briggs. And next week we'll be back on air by God's grace, depending on what is trending.
My name is Johnson.
Okay, Johnson. Thank you. Collect his number.
Yeah, very funny guy.
Well, collect his number.